I get asked the question a lot, why are you running for school board? Well, I've never been one to be able to spectate. In fact, I hate sitting in the bleachers. I've always been more apt to participate. And when I see something that I think I like and that I want to get involved in, I like to jump in with both feet. So I want to run for the school board because I love our school and I want to see it made better, and I want to do the work needed to do that. I'd like to see our morale improve, both staff and students and the community. I want to see our facilities improved. Probably my most important priority is really seeing the engagement of our community, both our residents and our businesses, tied to the school. CNE is a hub of our community, and as a board member, I'll work to connect those people that are around and associated with the school directly to the school. Another question I get asked, is there one priority or one issue that makes me lead to run for the school board? The answer to that is no, there's not one issue. I think a school board member who runs for the school board just for one issue is going to be an ineffective school board member. Top to bottom, my goal is to see CNE be the best that it can be, to let CNE live up to its potential. And morale, communication, and seeing our facilities and our services expanded to help our students as much as possible. But across the board, my goal is to be an advocate for CNE. Why should I be elected to the Board of Education? Well, a Board of Education member is a representative of the community, and it's their responsibility to be an advocate for the community to how the school functions. And as a community representative, I think that I'm well suited in that. I'm a lifetime Rocket. My dad's a Rocket. My children are Rockets. I've never wanted to be anywhere but in CNE. And as a representative for the community, I will work to see that our school is a reflection of our community. What do I see as the primary role as a school board member? Well, as a school board member, you're not an administrator, you're not an educator. A school board member is nothing more than a representative of the electorate. And that's my goal, to represent our community, to help establish what the direction for our school should be, to help our school reflect our community. Another question I hear is, could you support a board decision that you don't vote in favor of? In short, yes. As a board member, I realize you're only one of 5 votes. You're not going to win everything, and I'm not going to take my ball and go home just because I don't get the way I want. So no matter what, I'm going to support our district. However, there are some principles that I live by that I'm unwilling to compromise. But I think that has to do with why I'm going to be a good representative of the community, because it's important that your elected officials are a representative of what you are as a community. So no, I don't plan to compromise my morals, my principles, and my standards. In fact, I think that if we see the school going in a direction like that, it's the job of a school board member to make sure that the community's beliefs are reflected within your school district. What's my vision for education in the community? Well, I think that education is more than just the 3 R's. I think to provide a good education, it's necessary for our schools to provide well-rounded offerings to our students. But as much as anything, part of the reason I send my kids to public school is for the opportunities that are presented outside the classroom, the relationships that are developed, the friendships that are developed, dealing with people that see differently than you, dealing with teachers that you don't exactly get along with. An education is about more than just the classroom. So what is my vision for education in the community? I want our school district to be the hub of our community. I want people to think of CNE when they think of home, because that's what I see CNE as. What do I think is the major issue facing our district? Well, that's hands down the screwed up, crazy, almost impossible to understand public funding model that the state of Ohio uses. Why CNE would be responsible to pay for 70% of a new building when districts around us are tearing down buildings that were built in the 90s, that were paid for by like 80% state dollars, blows me away. So what do I think is the biggest issue facing our district? The fact that the state funding model has completely left us in the dust. So do I have a dream for the district? Yes, I have a dream, and I'm not referencing Martin Luther King here. You know what I really want for our district? If I could do anything for us right now, I would see some facilities for us where our drama program could stay on campus, where we could host the drama events, which are amazing. We could host graduation on campus, that all of our youth and school sports teams would have a place to practice, that we wouldn't have to rent places from churches and use gyms that are not up to regulation. We need some serious facility upgrades, and we're going to have to get really creative in how we do that. But my goal is to see my daughter practice in a gym that has a 3-point line and is actually a regulation length, and my children to be able to perform in a drama that's on campus, so that we don't have to rent Anderson Theater and drive to Anderson for the week before the play to practice. I want my kids to be able to practice in a stage at their school and put on a first-class performance on campus. That's my dream.